Hello again, or maybe for the first time. Today's video might be a little weird. It's gonna be kind of short and probably not super edited or anything like that. But I can kind of do whatever I want, right? My channel, right? Right. But if you didn't know, and this is my channel. I pretty much make videos on kind of whatever I want. I also stream Twitch, YouTube, TikTok now, kind of whatever games I want or whatever I want to do. But what do I want to play? What do I want to talk about? What content do I actually want to put online? That's really the question. Short answer, I honestly really don't have a clue. A few years ago, I started making YouTube videos. I started with commentary videos. And at that point, I got burnt out. I kept making excuses. I don't have the time. I don't know what to talk about. I don't know how to edit properly. Um, but now I just want to make the attempt to make content. So, towards the end of last year, I bought a PC uh, because I wanted to get into gaming more, and I ended up setting up a stream, YouTube, and I got everything planned out. And, uh, when the new year came around, I told myself I'm going to stick to making content for this entire year. And at the end, if I still love doing it, I'm going to keep doing it. And if I look back and see that it isn't for me, I'm just probably gonna stop. So, why did I start and stop so many times? Well, after being able to reflect generally on my life in the past few years, I came to a whole bunch of conclusions. I feared that my friends would make fun of me. I would overplan. I would overthink to the point where I made like this dream of content creation almost unreachable. And I just wanted it so badly to perform well. And I did that with a lot of other aspects of my life as well. I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail at this point. I have pretty much lived a full life besides the end part. And with that, I learned a lot and I also grew a lot as a person. I started to realize that life is fun with the right people around you, and usually life isn't that serious. I used to overthink anything and everything in my life, and it crippled me, really. Uh, yeah, I have ADHD. I also have other mental disorders that I've been diagnosed with, but luckily, I have sought out and found resources to help process, reflect, and man, I found out a lot about myself. But the best thing I found out about with all this self reflection is that you got to pick your battles. You got to kind of just not make a big deal about things, let things roll off your back. So that was a big rant. And this is more of a video about my commitment issues with content creation. Um, I thought about this idea for this video very briefly and kind of just wrote out some bullet points I've been off of, but really the inception of this video came because I started like 5 different games on my stream and I haven't finished any of them. And I want to. I want to play through them and have a good time and hopefully grow a viewership. And why have I not finished? I don't know. Why am I making this video? Okay, I know why, I guess. It's because I want to stream games I think people would love to watch, but also I want to play games with my friends too. I feel like streams are a lot more fun when I'm with my friends. They're really funny, it's fun to banter with, and when I'm on my own with you viewers, it kind of hard. Because it's either I zone out and I'm fully in the game, or I'm kind of halfway in between talking online and also playing the game and not really having the game. Um, But I have found that when I play with friends, I can banter, I can have a good time, and it's overall a more fun time to watch, I guess, at least for me. So when I started one game and I started thinking about this, I started Resident Evil. Sometimes it ended up being a few weeks before I got to the game again, and I would honestly forget where I was at in the story. And how would I fix this problem? Well, at the moment, I actually don't really have plans to fix it. Yeah, that probably isn't going to really help the consistency of my streams and help me grow, but also I'm just doing this for fun at the moment. I have a crazy amount of cosplays, video ideas, food reviews, and games that I want to get to, but I also have a job. I have family, friends, and stuff that I want to spend time with. So for now, the channel is gonna be pretty chaotic, and I kind of just want to come out and say that. And it might stay that way. Really, it really might. With that, maybe the channel's not gonna grow as fast or as much as I want it to, but at the end of the day, I'm doing this for fun, so whether I'm getting 100 views or 2 views, or some of my videos have 0 views, and that's fine. It's out there and I had a good time making it, but I'm taking that perfectionism, that overthinking and over planning, and just putting it to the side. This journey for the rest of the year is going to be fun. I'm going to create videos. I'm going to play some fun games. If you haven't noticed in my videos, I'm actually, one of my best friends is going to be editing some of my videos, and I think that's going to be a lot of fun because it's going to give me more time to put together videos that I want to do or stream more than I want to. But the only thing that I'm sticking to until the end of the year is a post schedule. I'm going to stream 3 days a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday. The only time you don't see me play on those days is going to be if something big comes up. If I'm at a convention or an emergency comes up, I won't be on. But if nothing's going on, I'm going to play. I'm going to try my damnedest to just turn on the stream, turn on, or upload a video, those 3 days. Now for the YouTube side, I'm going to stick to at least a video every other week. Right now it's kind of weird because, like I said, my friend is starting to edit. He's kind of getting feet underneath of him because he's also learning how to edit videos, and we're trying to figure out kind of that sweet spot of where my job ends and his begins, and how we want to put videos together as a team. So really, this channel is my channel, but in the future, it's a team effort. Like I said, it's going to be every other week. Sometimes you might have videos like this where I'm just sitting here and I rant for a little bit and talk to the camera. And sometimes you're going to have a very well edited video from Trash Dabs. It just depends. We both have lives going on, but we have always kind of talked about making a channel where we work together similarly to Markiplier and Lixian. That style of fashion where we both very much look up to those two, and we've always seen ourselves in one of them. But with that, I come back to, I'm not going to plan or overthink what videos are coming out every week. You might get a food review video every other week for a month, or you might get a couple cosplay videos, or a couple commentary videos, or reaction videos. It just kind of depends. There's really no set schedule for when something's going to come out. I'm going to be filming, and whatever project we want to pick up and put out that week, me and Trash Dabs, that's what we're going to do. So with that, it was a long rant. I think a lot of people do struggle with perfectionism and overthinking, and I know I do a lot, um, just in every aspect of my life. With therapy and seeking different avenues to help me with those aspects of my life has been challenging, but also very enlightening. With that, like I said, we're kind of gonna throw that out the window, and we're just gonna have a fun time putting videos together. Things might not take off like they should, but who knows? And hey, that's all I have to long rant about. I hope maybe if you're struggling with perfectionism, overthinking, planning, or anything else that is holding you back, that you find the help that you need. I think therapy is always a great place to start for anybody. I think everyone should go. Um, and don't be afraid to start. Don't be afraid to switch therapists if you're not feeling the right fit. With that, find that happy place that you need. Try to surround yourself with good, loving people, and just know that you don't have to grind all the time. I know with social media the way it is, it's like you're supposed to be grinding every day, all day to make money and stuff like that. But try to enjoy life and all the small things that take on each challenge with a smile. I know that helps me a lot. I try to these days put on a smile even when I'm feeling bad, because you know it might help somebody else. It might not be the way I'm feeling in that moment, but I think that that might help somebody else. You know, you walk down the street or you're at work and you pass somebody and you have a smile on your face. That might be a small thing that helps somebody else to see that there is some happiness. But if you are still watching this, um, you know, I want to hear from you guys too. So leave a comment if you are facing some of these same struggles, maybe things that have helped you. And in the future, maybe I'll read some of those. And for sure, I'll be reading all of your stories and stuff in my own time. Um, and maybe even take some of the advice and bring that into my own life. Obviously, you don't have to listen to me. You can do your own thing. But if this type of video is something that you liked and you want to hear more about, you know, more of the mind struggles that I have with my mental disorders or ADHD, overthinking, and stuff like that, I would love to talk about it more. Um, but that's the end of the video. I really do hope that you found some kind of value in this. I know it was short, I know it's weird. It doesn't really match the tone of my other videos. It's a little more serious. But as always, I hope you have a good weekend.